and breathe. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Natural Red. Liverpool drew with Manchester City 2-2 at Anfield. A crazy game, a chaotic game, especially that second half after a strange first half, I'd say. Let's talk about the liners first of all. Liverpool went into it unchanged really. Trent was injured, so he couldn't come back in. Thiago still was unavailable, so we started with Milner at right back. Kirsten started in midfield after a superb performance midweek in Portugal in Porto. And then the front three of Salah, Jota, and Mane. We could have played Firmino up top, but Klopp chose Jota and thinking, okay, that's good. Same team. We're playing well, we're playing well recently, so keep the same team, let's keep the same rhythm and so on. I'm thinking, yeah, we're looking all right. First half was shambolic. We couldn't keep the ball to save our lives. Intensity wasn't there. The crowd was a bit flat because we couldn't get the ball. We didn't press well. They were passing at ease. We just looked fucking sluggish. We looked terrible. And yeah, I was like, it'd be great if I put this on Instagram. It would be great if we can start playing football in the second half, Reds. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. And we did. And thankfully, that first half, City didn't. They got in a couple of times. Nothing really. Alice had to make a good save against Foden. He had a wonderful game, but it wasn't really. They had a bit of the ball, but we let them. They love to get the ball down the wings, quarterback. That's City, right? But I couldn't understand the way they were. Not them. We were playing. Was just, I don't know if we're just half asleep. I don't know. Anyways, Klopp probably gave them a bollocking at halftime. Luckily, it was 0-0. That was a positive, because it was probably the worst half footy in a while under Jurgen Klopp. Because we didn't, like, thankfully we had Alisson to save our bollocks and Matip and Van Dijk to give us something to build upon. But unreal. Matip was the only one slaloming like a giraffe and just pinging balls like he was like Xabi Alonso. But second half came and it was insane. The intensity lifted from the get-go from the second half. We put them under pressure, and when you put any team under pressure, they're gonna struggle. They're gonna fold a little bit. They're gonna go into the shells. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you just a little bit of pressure, and that's what we have to do against City, because you have to. Against City, you can't let them have the ball. You gotta be up the you gotta be right up their backside, pushing them, harassing the ball off them in footballing terms and so on. And thinking, yeah, here we go, and we got a goal. We got the goal. Our first shot on target was we got a Jota. So we started getting shots. We had one shot in the first half, and they had 7 or some shit like that. And then Jota hit the target, forced Edison to a save. And then Salah with a brilliant skipped past Cancelo like he wasn't there. Sadio Mane makes a lovely run and just smashes it on the far corner. Very similar to their goal, actually. A little bit. Sort of, yeah. Sadio Mane smashes it. Didn't have a great first half. I thought he was pretty awful, like the rest of the team were generally. And it was a beautiful finish. Salah with a wonderful assist. And then thinking, yeah, the crowd's up. We're in the face. We're pressing up. The whole team were shifting up. We were keeping the ball so much better. And we were just playing like a good football team, really. And then getting more chances. City, therefore, if we were pushing up, there's more space in midfield behind Fabinho. And they got that goal from Jesus. Did a wonderful. Got past a couple of our players. Foden was on his own. Milner had a bit of a struggle out there. James Milner, he can do a job, but yeah, it's going to be struggling game in and game out. And there's one thing next summer, because I don't want to have Gomez playing right back, and if Conor Bradley is probably not going to be available, and if Nico Williams hasn't progressed as much, we've got to get a backup right back next year. I want Milner in midfield if he's going to stay at the club, because he can do a job there right back. But if Trent is out against City, against United, against Chelsea, against PSG in the Champions League, for example, you do want you want to cost us a right back. You want someone who's like, yeah, he's not as good, but he's not bad. Look at that. And Milner isn't bad. He's just had a tough time. Foden was rinsing him left, right, centre, and obviously got booked. Probably should have got a second yellow. Guardiola had one of those twice. But yeah, it probably should have, we subbed him off. Gomez came on. Foden scored before, and then Mohamed Salah scores one of his best goals ever. Up there with the Chelsea, it reminded me of the goal he scored at Tottenham in his first season, where he just glides. It like glides and just it doesn't like run past, like obviously, but it's like it just glides, like floats past the defender. It's like mesmerized, it's like poetry, but like it's like an angel, like a saint just sweeping through. It was a beautiful goal from Mohamed Salah. It's like holy shit, we are witnessing greatness in their peak. Pay the man whatever the fuck he wants, honestly. Beautiful goal, and it's one of those goals thinking, yeah, that should have been a winner. And then obviously De Bruyne scores a beautiful goal, which unluckily, because Matip gets his body in front of it, and Alisson, he gets past him with an unfortunate deflection. But and then the rest of the game was end to end. Was both teams were tied. It was a shame because Peter Drury and Jim Beckland were commentary for Opta Sports. They're fucking class, both of them, and they said it in around the 90th minute. This is a shame because the first half wasn't. City were just good in the first half. We were utter garbage. It was a shame the game at the end because it's the highest quality again from the best two teams in England by far. Chelsea are going to be up there, yes. United have got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and a sharp midfield. They're not going to be up there, and so on. Liverpool and City are by far, because they push each other, they press each other. They both play different styles. They both put the other teams under pressure differently, and they've got quality on everywhere on the pitch. Defenses, goalkeepers, Edison's passing was unreal today. Alisson had to make a couple of good saves. Yeah, it's insane, but it's a shame, but after this weekend, Chelsea have beaten Southampton, so they're on top of the league, I think. United drew with Everton. It's funny. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this video, if you want me to make a video about Manchester United or even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because we all want #Ole Gunnar. We all want it. I want him to sign a contract up until he's passing. But yeah. Anyways, we'll leave it right there. Go check out my live reaction video if you haven't already. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, follow social media platforms, and on Twitch. Thank you for all the support you've been giving me recently. I do appreciate you. I love you all, and we'll see you guys later.